whether or not they may be taken over. And then also we're looking at BMW again suffering, down about 1.6%, reason being against, again like yesterday, the strength in the euro. Michelle?
Alrighty, Patricia, we have nothing on the economic calendar today in the U.S., but we are in full swing of earnings season. Some of the notable companies we're keeping an eye on today: health and wellness giant Abbott Laboratories expected to earn 52 cents a share for the first quarter. Analysts are expecting Bank of New York to post earnings of 57 cents a share. Online auctioneer eBay reports after the market closes. Analysts expect 30 cents a share. Kraft Foods was one of the most actives on the NYSE yesterday. It's expected to deliver 42 cents a share for the first quarter. And cell phone giant Motorola also comes out with their first quarter results. Analysts are expecting 2 cents a share. That's your Global Stock Watch. It's available only on Worldwide Exchange.
Well, most Asian markets are higher today, boosted by gains in tech shares after Intel's strong earnings. Our next guest feels, however, there's too much easy money and a correction may be just around the corner. Nico Hirachi, Managing Director, K1 Fund Distribution, joins us live from Tokyo. Nico, good to have you with us. You seem to think that some of the all-time highs we're seeing in the Asian equity markets are not sustainable. Why?
Well, first of all, it's great to be here and welcome from Tokyo. Well, we think that the equity market, I mean, they have just been keep going higher and higher and higher. However, at the currently stages, it's very hard to see any negative news around the globe. I mean, if we just look at the U.S. markets, yesterday we had the CPI numbers coming out, the core CPI numbers without volatility, foods and energy coming out at 0.1, better than expected and half what we saw the previous month. We're seeing housing starts, we're seeing building permits up around 0.8. We are seeing volatilities in the markets coming down, and we're seeing inflation in stake. So even from our perspective, it's actually hard to say when is this going to stop. But we do feel that the equity markets are overheated, and we think that the correction could come any time. So we would suggest to equity investors to maybe join the party as long as it's on, but keep the stops narrow.
Nico, it's Michelle here in the United States. It sounds like you're struggling to find an area or a catalyst that would lead to that correction.
Well, that is true. And at the moment, we really see it will be hard for us to see when this should be happening. 3 weeks ago, we thought it was differently. But I think that right now, seeing that how strong the global economy is, I think maybe we could see some difficulties from the geopolitical scene. Which will also price factor into the oil. We are seeing Iran as a fear, but at this moment, as I said before, we would really suggest investors to enjoy, or maybe even take some profits and reallocate.
Nico, where do you reallocate to? Gold is at 11-month highs. Do you fancy that?
Well, I like that question, and indeed, as you said, yes, we have gold at 11-month high, and we do fancy gold. We still like gold, even though that we are seeing the global equity markets high as they are. But we think that when you look at the dollar, which is very weak, so it makes the gold a lot cheaper for European investors. That's for one thing. Another thing is that we are seeing emerging markets, such as China and India, where we are seeing a lot of wealth being created, especially, I would say, at the mid-level or the lower level of consumers, also allocating their assets to gold. So we are, and then the third thing is that we are seeing inflation not being so high. So we expect corrections in the equity markets to come in the near future. We think also that inflation might go a little higher, and we are therefore bullish on gold. And we do think that we could see gold around $1,000 within the next 12 months.
$1,000 by the end of the year. Okay, we'll continue to watch that figure indeed. Nico, thank you very much for being with us. Good talking to you. Nico Hirachi, Managing Director, K1 Fund Distribution, live from Tokyo. Well, coming up next here on Worldwide Exchange, will the Bank of England minutes reveal about its rate expectations? We get reaction and analysis.
Plus, how are Roche shares reacting after the company posted forecast bidding sales numbers?